Welcome, welcome, welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, hi. I pray before each and every one of my readings so that way my energy is protected, your energy is protected as well. If you're returning, thank you so much for returning and trust me with your energy. I greatly appreciate it. Gemini, when I was coming into your reading, I kept hearing, well, it's funny. For certain things in this world, not just America, but in this world, you have to meet a certain criteria to be accepted, to get in, right? Even if it's just to cross a bridge or to go under an overpass, your car or vehicle has to be a certain height. Cross a bridge or to take a plane or to put your car on a plane, it has to be a certain weight. To get into school, you have to meet a certain criteria. No matter the age, you have to meet a certain criteria to get accepted. To be someone's partner, you have to meet that person on some type of level that is familiar in order for you to accept that person and that person to accept you. There's some type of commonality, some type of criteria one has to meet in order to move forward in this life, right? So that brings me to my question and what I heard about what changed. Because if A has to equal B, if A plus B has to equal C, why is it now that A plus D is equaling C? What changed? Was it the age of Aquarius? Was it Pluto being Aquarius energy? Was it when Mercury went into Aries? What changed? Because as you know, we'll be coming into the astrological new year. March the 19th is when we move from Pisces to Aries season, which is the real new year if you ask me. So what changed? Maybe that's a question you want to ask yourself. Maybe I just gave you a question to wonder about. Who knows? But let's go ahead and get into your reading. Great God in heaven, please allow me to tap into the energy of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, or wherever they have a heavy Gemini placement. Please allow me to relay these messages to the Gemini as accurately and clearly as possible. Please protect my energy during this reading, protect their energy as well. And please continue to bless our lives with peace, abundance, prosperity, and protection. Thank you, amen, and ashe. Or is this the change to come? Because we know next week is when we have those movements. We already have Venus retrograde in Aries, but next week we go into Mercury retrograde in Pisces, then it moves into Aries, and then we have those eclipses happening next week all around the same time. So what changes? What changes? Let's see. What's the overall energy for the Gemini collective? Put in the comments. What do you think? Are you conspiracy theorists? Do you live on facts? Are we living in a conspiracy right now? What's going on? So we pulled Saturn return for the overall energy for the Gemini collective. This talks about next level, talks about leveling up as well. It also talks about assessing a situation before it happens. So you're going to need to assess the situation before you make a final decision in regards to yourself, in regards to your life. Some of you are going to be relocating and possibly relocating to another country or another state. This is a big decision, but it's fair and it's going to get you to where you're supposed to be, the next level in your life. Gemini, if you're new to my readings, I break my readings up by Gemini decan. If you're not familiar with what a Gemini decan is, it's spelled D-E-C-A-N. I encourage you to go do some research on it. But in a high-level overview, we're going to break the reading up into 3 parts. The first part is being the first decan of Gemini, which would be May 21st to May 31st, which is your date of birth. The second would be June 1st to June 10th. The third would be June 11th to June 21st. I'm laughing because I just heard someone say, oh, I don't know, on your birthday, someone says, oh, I celebrate my whole birth month. Okay, but your birthday is only one day. What is it to break down? It's your birth month, the birthday, the birth year, but then someone celebrates the whole month of their birthday, but it's actually you celebrate your birth month. It's something like that. I don't know. Somebody has Virgo in their chart. Or you're in a perfectionist energy right now. You correcting people when you need to hush. I don't know. Be mindful of overcorrecting or over-explaining or overcorrecting somebody, and you're like, you could be loud and wrong, because I could have just been loud and wrong on that. So be mindful of being loud and wrong. All right. You guys, first decan of Gemini, you got the Three of Pentacles, the Three of Cups. Okay. The Emperor. Ooh. The Sun. King of Cups. Whoa. Nine of Wands. Whoa. Had to grab my water, guys. Ooh. And the Hermit. There go that Virgo energy I was picking up on. So some of you, it's not you that's necessarily loud or wrong. It's someone that's supposed to be above you that's going to be loud or wrong, and they don't like that you right. Whoa. And also, it's a community of people, some type of organization, whether this is your family, whether this is work, whatever, put it where it resonates, that are liking whatever you have to say or whatever your input is better than this person that's supposed to be above you. Some of you are stepping into your emperor status, and it's upsetting someone who's supposed to be above you because they're constantly loud and wrong, and you quiet and right. Oh, wow. Wow. Some of y'all are in your real humble. You're really humble about your intellect. Sorry, I had to drink some water. Or if you're not, you're being encouraged to remain humbly intellectual. Or just humbly, you know what you're talking about. Like, let someone else be loud and wrong. Because the conflicting energy is that once you step into the energy of trying to be, even though you could be right, but loud, it takes you out of this of like researching and knowing. It's something about you becoming obsessed with being more right than actually being obsessed with obtaining knowledge and being a student, because you let your ego take over. Be mindful of that, because there's somebody around you who's already like that, and they're always loud and wrong. And it's starting to get on your nerves too. Nine of Wands. You got somebody in your energy if you get on your nerve. Maybe loud and wrong. Loud, strong, and wrong. People are starting to see this too. Don't you become that person. That could be you though. Okay. Don't be that person, but that could be you. Take the reading how it is. It's a tarot reading. And that's something else too. I wanted to say is that this might be for the second decan of Gemini that I heard earlier. This was way early. I was had to get my mind right before y'all reading. Is that sometimes with this society so geared towards mental health and therapy and all that, which is nothing wrong with that. Seek therapy if you need it. But sometimes you might just need a nap. Sometimes you cranky, you irritable, your mood swings, all that, because you took your ass to sleep at 2 o'clock in the morning and you had to be up at 6. Go to bed. Oh, I don't know what's wrong, man. I need to go to therapy. No, I'm going to tell you what's wrong. For the last 3 months, your ass been staying up till 2 o'clock in the morning and waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning and think you're going to be a fully functional human being. You're not even giving your brain time to rejuvenate. You're tired and you're burnt out. Therapy ain't going to do nothing but aggravate you more, because then it's going to give you more tasks to do of self work, and then you got to report back, and guess what? That's more shit you need to do, and you still haven't went to sleep. Somebody need to go to sleep. I think y'all got that before. It's like somebody is trying to constantly figure out what's going on with them, but your sleep schedule's off. You haven't even looked up what is your, what is it called? Circadian rhythm? Your sleep schedule. Some of y'all would do better as daytime sleepers. You're not a nighttime sleeper. You need a nap in the middle of the day. Some of you need to switch what you do for like some of you may even be in the wrong field. Something like you're in the wrong field. Like some of you could actually do very well in like cybersecurity or IT, which is like overnight. Some places overnight or something overnight, but you work during the day and then you're so tired because you need to be asleep during. Somebody needs to do. It's like your mind is unorthodox to where you function better at night, like you're a night owl, and you need to sleep during the day. But it's like you can't do it because you have to work. So some of y'all need to switch your careers. And I'm having heavy like cybersecurity IT. You're very smart. Or you pick up on it. You're like, and you keep saying, I'm up anyway. I'm up anyway. Look into that like IT, cybersecurity, system support, stuff like that. Not necessarily user support, like system support. Because user support is during the day, like system support is overnight. So look into that. Second deacon of Gemini, you have the Eight of Cups. Queen, crossing that's the Queen of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. I told you. Eight of Swords. Yep. Ten of Swords. I told you. Why do I even be using the cards sometimes? I told you. It's not necessarily that. It's like somebody is constantly trying to find out what's wrong and like trying to like, okay, what if I do this? What if I do that? And then like you go to therapy or something, like, man, that's not what's wrong with me. I'm not depressed. You sleepy. And you're doing work that doesn't satisfy you. It just doesn't. You feel like you being mistreated. You feel like you being underpaid because you want to feel that you don't even want to do. And half the time you irritable. And then you wonder why you can't level up. Somebody been doing something for 8 years, 5 years. And you're like, man, I can't level up. I can't level up because you come to work and you be pissed off. And you be BSing because you ain't even paying attention. Whoever I'm talking to, not to call you out, but I got to call you out. You don't even really know what you're doing with what you in the field that you're doing. It's like you're just there. Some of y'all need to go ahead and figure out what you need. Like, for real. Start looking at other things. Looking at something else. You be up in the middle of the night anyway. Get off of TikTok. Get off of the video game. Start researching other careers. And I'm hitting heavy IT. Heavy on that. It don't have to necessarily be that, but start researching that. You up anyway. Whoever I'm talking to. Okay? And yeah. Y'all gotta stop going to other people. Oh my goodness, what is my life's purpose? And I say this in all my readings, personal readings. When someone say, what is my life's purpose? You have to figure out what your life's purpose is. Nobody should be able to tell you what you like, what your passion is. You have to discover that. It's part of your journey. Someone could say in the reading they can pull it, you'll do very well with children. But in what avenue, that's up to you. You have to go on the journey to discover that. And a lot of people are lazy. And a lot of people are scared to take risks. And then they always walk around looking lost, confused. Just try it. Just try it. Take a risk. Calculated risk. But take it. Third deacon of Gemini. The moon. No one told you have to stay doing one thing for your entire life. Whoever told you that is a liar and a fraud. And this is for you, third deacon Gemini, my rant that I'm doing right now. Yep. Whoever told you that you had to stay in this one career doing the same thing because you decided to be committed. Yes, you were committed to it. Now it's time for you to commit to something else. This could be a person too. Yes, you were committed to this person for a point in time, but now it no longer fits in this new cycle of your life. It is time for you to move on. You're being a liar and a fraud in your own reality with the Ten of Swords, and you're trying to hide it with the moon here. Someone is trying to like plan the perfect escape and not burn a bridge, which is cool. You don't ever want to burn a bridge. But how long you going to keep waiting before you flick the match? I'm just trying to understand. Hotel matches don't last too long. You don't even have a real lighter. Flick it, light. You ain't got to light the bitch tossing in the water then. But either way, when you leave, you're going to burn the bridge. But you don't have to like burn it all the way down. You can wait till the people get off it, then burn it. That made no sense. What? What did I say? Wait till the people get off of the bridge and then burn the bridge? Huh? What does that even mean? Death card. Oh, shit. Knight of Swords. Knight of Cups. King of Cups. Oh. Some of y'all got kids. This is a outside message, but some of y'all, it's like, either it's something with your kid. Either you work at your kid's school, or your kids are at the age where they know come home, mom and dad are there, but they're not at the age to where if you guys, like, if you left, they would be like traumatized. Like they're not teenagers, so they wouldn't understand the reasons. But it's like you at a hot spot, because it's like if they're not like 2 and 3, to where if you leave, they really wouldn't remember mom and dad really being together anyway. They're at an age to where they still would remember, but they wouldn't really understand the reasons. Like you couldn't sit your kids down and be like, well, dad cheated on mom, now we're getting a divorce. They gotta be like 8, 10 or something like that. Somebody got 2 kids and it's time for you to go. But you're like, ooh, I don't want to go because I wanted to raise my kids in a 2-parent household, blah, 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 blah. But it's been over. The death card is here. It's been over. It's been over since like Scorpio season or something like that. But you made a commitment. Some of you are heavy believers in marriage, which I am too. Which I wouldn't just jump into it. But some of you were a heavy believer in marriage. This is not like something that you went in because you just wanted to be married. This is something that you really thought about and you went in some type of commitment, whether this is a marriage or whether this is like a community job, whatever. You really thought about this before you made a commitment. Like this is someone who did like the marriage counseling, pre-marriage counseling and all that. Or if this was a job you got your certifications, your degrees or whatever. If this is whatever it could be, you did the prerequisites to do it, to jump into it. Well, you didn't jump into it, to walk into it. But now it is run its course. And you're like, how do I get out of this? Like without hurting someone, without burning the bridge. You don't have to light that bitch. I'm sorry. You are. You don't have to light it. You want me to light it for you? I burn bridges for a living. I'm just kidding. But I will leave a situation. But yeah. This is hard. This is tough. Because it's like if you wait too much longer, especially this in regards to kids, like where they're teenagers, they're going to really know. It's like the time is now. You got like a year. You got maybe a year to procrastinate on making this move. You got one more year. Or it's still Scorpio. Or Scorpio season will be up the one more year. Something about the anniversary. Or Scorpio season would be the one more year. So what's that? Scorpio season is what? October, November. What are we in? March? March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. 8 months. Is that 8 months? Tell me in the comments. 7 or 8. I'm not a good math person. 7 or 8 months. And then it'll be a year. Dang. What you got going on, Gemini? I heard angel. Because I almost said angel when I said Gemini, but I stopped myself. That's what I heard. Anyhow, speaking of angel, at this point of the reading, we're going to bring the energy down some. I want you guys to participate in this breathing exercise with me. And it's called the 4-7-8 method. I want you to take a deep breath in through your nose to the count of 4. I want you to hold it to the count of 7. And then I want you to release it through your mouth to the count of 8. You can do this multiple times if you like. While you're doing that breathing exercise, I want you to think of a question that you want answered. Like a question if you came to get a personal reading, a question you would ask, a yes or no question. Think of that right now. We're going to pull some cards here from this Angel Answers Oracle card deck. This is the deck, for those of you interested. It's available everywhere. Amazon, Etsy, the bookstore, Botanica, whatever. You can go get it yourself. I highly suggest you get it in person whenever you go get an Oracle card deck or a Tarot card deck, but do as you so please. So think of the question you want answered, and I'm going to answer it for you. Highly recommend in person. Like as you see this, I don't have that big of a collection. Most of it in person. Maybe got like 1 or 2 offline. Now it's from trusted sources. All right. You guys pulled yes. 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 Okay. It's one of my favorite sayings. I need to put that on a t-shirt. Anyhow. You guys got within the next few weeks. In the next few weeks. All right. So I hope that answered your question, Gemini. I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're staying blessed, staying safe, and staying protected. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing to the channel. Make sure you leave a comment. Tell me what you thought. What are you thinking? You know, I always wonder that. And I ask you of this. Do as you so please when you leave comments, you know, with the oh, thank you for the reading, all that. Everyone is intuitive, and some of you are more intuitive than readers and myself. To be honest, you could possibly read people better than I can, but you just choose not to put it on the platform. So tell me what you think. What are you feeling? How are you feeling? What do you think about what's going on in the world? What do you think about this energy that we're about to step into with Mercury being in Aries, which is your ruling planet? What are you feeling? I like to know. Because I know a lot of intuitive people who are very, very quiet. And they are some of the most gifted readers of people, readers of energy that I've ever met in my life, and will never step foot on a platform. So let me know in the comments. But you guys stay blessed, stay safe, and stay protected. And I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.